So as we probably move into champion select in the next few minutes, or immediately, I'll take that too. Okay, we can see here GROMP support group. They got the same in the top lane. They still took the Jax, but we have changes in every other role. So Fent Enjoyer is now on the Syndra, which doesn't have as much in the way of deterrence that the Vex has. Like, they can't scare the Wukong off with a fear. They can't fling themselves in to damage people, but the raw damage of the Syndra is significant. And if it's not put in check, she can run away with the game just purely on the amount of damage she can deal. And with the AoE knockback with Scatter the Weak, you know, she's not a champion to be trifled with for sure in the right hands. The question is whether or not Fent Enjoyer is the right hands. And we can see a change up here. I don't know whether or not the Skarner got banned in game 2, but you can confirm that for us. We can see that Waterboy has changed over to the Pantheon here, so a significantly more early game focused champion. And then if we look over at the bot side, we can see Pizzazz is on the Jhin this time, so looking for a little bit more in the way of burst as opposed to the sustained DPS of the Xayah. And we have Nico, who is also quite high damage as far as supports go. Her base damage is very high on her damaging abilities, so like mainly her Q and her ultimate. So, you know, I think we look at the team that GROMP support group have drafted here. They're looking to win early and just steamroll the game. I mean, I think after the first game, you know, why wouldn't you do that? You probably have all the confidence in the world right now. Meanwhile, on 7 SKITZOS, we have Garen, Wukong, Veigar, Jinx, and Braum. So two primary changes to this draft that well, no, actually, one of them isn't a change. One of them's a thing they kept the same. But two things I like about this draft: the Wukong being kept, because the Wukong was a very potent tool for them in that first game. And even though they fell, I think he still had a very impressive showing. And two is putting the Jinx or putting Etnavs on the Jinx. So putting him on a hyper carry, someone that once they get to 2 to 3 items, they can, you know, reliably just be like, all right, sit in the back with Fishbones, and when you get a killer and assist, like, you're gonna go insane, right? But the problem is being able to secure that first killer assist or first turret or wherever the objective is that you achieve that gets her excited. Garen is someone, I mean, I'd argue Volibear is aggressive in the early game, like the first 3 levels, but if he doesn't get ahead, he struggles immensely. Whereas Garen is a champion that as long as you can get your items, you will be fine. You know, you don't need to secure kills, you just need to be able to farm. And once he gets to like level 6, level 7, he can farm really easily. Even if he's under turret, he presses E and he pops his Tiamat and the wave is his, you know? So, you know, almost removing the worry there. The only problem is that, again, Jax is okay into that fight, but Nevros here is getting caught by 2 members. This might be first blood. Fent Enjoyer is getting the auto attacks out, drops the ball. A Waterboy is going to probably pick this up with a Q. Maybe an unnecessary flash. And they don't get him. What happened there? How did he get away? That's unbelievable that he got out of that. I'm assuming the Waterboy took the stun, and that's why he couldn't fling the Q out. But like, damn, that's so unfortunate to burn your flash. Because look, Nevros didn't burn his. He is gonna lose his camp here. He's gonna lose his red buff. But as long as the SKITZOS are aware that that buff is going down, he should be able to path accordingly and not lose any momentum. In theory, but it all depends on whether or not they're actually aware. We can see pings on the blue side saying they want to go and aggressively attack the top lane. Jax is just coming into his lane now, and we can see all red side pings there saying be aware of the Pantheon. But will Synthet listen is the question. We can see the Pantheon is coming in on the minimap, but the auto cam does not want us to look at it. Looks like nothing's going to happen. Meanwhile, look at where Nevros is. You see what I was saying about if he's aware that he's getting counter jungled right now, he is going to be fine because he can play around it. Like, he's already up in their guts. He's taken 2 camps there. We can see pings coming out on the blue side. They're aware Nevros is up in there. and it looks like the Jhin and the Nico are gonna pay him a visit. Maybe gonna get a cheeky kill here. Lock him up, root easy there. Looks like he's gonna burn the, well, he doesn't burn the flash, he burns the clone to get out, which is unfortunate because he's only level 2. I believe you want to take E and Q as Wukong as your first 2 abilities, but it saved his life, so he'll take it. And I mean, we're having some aggressive trades here across the board, both in the bot side and in mid lane. Danny is about 30% HP, but Fent Enjoyer is equally low. And we can see it is a Electrocute on the Syndra versus Comet on the Veigar. Nice little trade here by Synthet and Salsin, but it is going to go the way of Salsin. The extended trades will always go in the way of Jax. Jax is one of those champions that loves to auto attack, and once he gets his ultimate especially, he is very good at just, you know, these prolonged kind of engages. And that's probably going to be a kill there. Unfortunately not. Ignite gets burnt by Synthet, and Salsin has to run as he tanks a turret shot that he's probably a little surprised he even took, because that was very much on the edge. He was on the perimeter of that one. And unfortunately for him, he does have to kind of, you know, surrender the lane a little bit there. Definitely a difficult time for him, I would think. But one thing that we can talk about here, I think, is super important in this top lane. The passive of Garen is going to make his life so much easier, especially as time goes on and the health regen goes up. We see multiple flashes here, though, as Pasta got Azaz locked up. Nevros is going to come in with a dive. He does bring the clone out, but doesn't realize the clone doesn't tank turret shots if you've already got the turret aggro. So he ends up dying there, and it's a 1-for-1. Unfortunately, the one did go onto the Nico, but, you know, you take it, right? You still actually have a gold lead right now of about 400. Top lane is having a hard time. The CS numbers are equal, but Salsin, having burnt his TP to get back into lane right now, is going to be able to, you know, apply a good amount of pressure here. Unfortunately, Synthet doesn't get that cannon minion. You know, there's a rough time for him. And also, he loses the first plate there as well. So the gold lead is going to be growing a little bit steadily. But again, in comparison to the last game, where it was really rough for most, if not all of the game, this is looking less bad if you are Synthet right now. And like, the auto cam loves bringing us here. So I'm going to keep talking about it if the auto cam keeps bringing us. Never mind, though, because we're in the mid lane. And then we're back top lane, baby. Let's go. Minion farming in the top side. It's my favorite thing to watch. 36 on 30 right now. And honestly, Synthet needs to base. He's probably sitting on about 1,000 gold. Maybe he's waiting specifically for the Tiamat spike. Yeah, he's about 100 off that spike. But it looks like with the ultimate here for Salsin, he's just going to probably kill him under the turret. No, never mind. He doesn't. Asta instead caught out here by 2 members. Flash caged by Danny, trying to find something, but Waterboy's gonna flash out. Pasta's taking a lot of damage here, and the root there, oh, I think actually it was a knockback by Fent Enjoyer. Scatter the weak, scatters Braum to the fountain. So yeah, and look there, we see the pings coming out. The Nico flash, Pantheon flash, Syndra flashed. The real question is, can SKITZOS abuse it? We see the as such a rough situation. The Veigar tried that. Like, it was him that initiated the play. It was him that started it. He locked her up. He did his entire combo. Just not enough damage. And as soon as she was able to retaliate, she immediately just killed him. Like, the ultimate from her, the ultimate from Syndra dealt really big damage. She just dropped. One thing I do want to note here, look how back the Salsin 2 is playing right now. So even though he has been getting really aggressive trades and he's been doing good in this lane, the CS lead is only 2 and he is in kill range. So this is the problem with Garen, or maybe not the problem, more so the thing you have to play around. His ultimate, there you go. He brings divine justice on his enemies, and what that means is when you're about 30% HP, you're free kill. and I think that's the first solo kill of the series for him. Meanwhile, we have another dive here. Arguable dive, I guess. Jinx is going to pick up a free kill, though, which is lovely to see if you are at Navs right now. You know, like we said, he is the type of guy you want to get on the hyper carry.
I have something to quickly highlight. We're going to go show replay off Synth in the top, but he does. I don't know what that flash is.
It was a choice.
It was a choice, but as you said, that Garen with his divine justice just
skidoosh is what it is. It's the fun button, you know. You press the button and you have fun. But oh, it looks like Fenenjoy is caught out here. It's not gonna quite get all of that scatter of the week there, but it's gonna be fine here. Waterboy comes in with the ultimate on the Pantheon. He's gonna lock up Nevros, and Nevros is probably fine on the safety of his turret, but awkwardly the Veigar is an easy other target though. But never mind. Everybody's gonna fall back. Everybody's gonna just go back to farming. You can see Wukong has an entire top side to clear, including a red buff. Meanwhile, Waterboy is going to target the neutral camp in the Scuttle Crab. Awkwardly, and again, this is not how things should be if you are the Wukong. We can see there's a CS lead for the Pantheon. So he's got about 13 CS more. And Pantheon is the type of jungler that you want to be ganking more than you're farming, right? Meanwhile, in this game, it looks like the Wukong has been a little bit too enamored with fighting and not actually locking up his CS numbers, trying to get... Oh, god damn, what was that? That was just an explosion in the mid lane. Danny and Fenenjoyer just blew each other up. Nuclear option in... you know, some kind of Fallout situation right there with the two ultimates. God damn. This is also, again, arguably, I think, a better an improved performance, sorry, from both mid laners. Meanwhile, we see Counter-Strike is going to preemptively stop the Cyclone. And it looks like Salson's getting out scot-free, which sucks if you are Wukong. Double flashes burnt there. Kind of makes up for it for the Wukong there, I think. You know, taking the Jax flash will mean that you're now no longer inting top laner, who is only a bit down. He's only like 13 CS down. Should be able to punish him and maybe kill with oh yeah, there you go. You got the Dragon Balls down there where those pumpkins just smoked her. Or smoked him, sorry, on the Veigar. But otherwise, though, like I said, I think you're in a good place right now with your Danny, because he's champion. Both of them scale hard, but he's going to be building more HP. We can see he's building towards a Rod of Ages, which is a great item for more passive lanes. Was that a Jinx ult? What did I just see? All right, she's going to get out, but Pasta's now going to tank most of it. Flash going to come out by Pasta. We do have Curtain Call active, but we're not going to find out what happens down there unless they get a kill or something, because top lane is always more important. And Waterboy here taking a big chunk of damage, but Nevros is also high damage. He's got that Sheen and he's got that Phage, and they hurt when he drops the Q. His Q drops their armor. It applies armor reduction, which again, in a team like his right now, when you got the Garen and you got the Jinx, that's a beautifully synergistic thing. And it also is an auto attack reset, and it also applies on hit effects like the Sheen. So it generally speaking is one of the main reasons why Nevros or Wukong wants to build something like Triforce, because it just synergizes with his kit so well. And again, if only he was farming a little bit more, we can see he is going to just about catch up on the camp deficit here between him and the Pantheon. But Pantheon was already on the Drake, and now we're going to have some kind of scuffle. Looks like Pantheon is going to go down though. Nevros is going to pick that up, and Bomba is in a very weird place right now. And oh my god, Pizzazz and Pasta are having at it. Bomba's going to get there before anyone can help on the side of 7 SKITZOS, and it looks like the Braum is going to go down. There's no point in saying stand behind me. He's standing on his own. Big flash ultimate by Bomba. Gonna catch 2, gonna kill the Braum, but he's gonna die in response. Nevros beats the ultimate from the Syndra on the clone, but he still goes down. That's got to feel real bad if you're Syndra. You're like, yeah, free kill, press R, and you land it on the clone. 2-man scout of the week. Etnavs might be in danger here. Waterboy's gonna come in, flies down with the Pantheon ult. Big stun would have come through by the Syndra, but he was dead before. And it's got to be a wrap for Veigar now. No, curtain call, never mind. Curtain call doesn't mean anything because the spear just takes it. Just is what it is. He's done. He's cooked.
That was a big fight for the Dragon. That was just for Dragon. And out of this, GROMP support group are not only getting Dragon, but also are getting Void Grubblings.
Yeah, I think again that big fight and how extended it was as well ended up not serving the SKITZOS as well as they would like. I think they're probably more happy with their position in this game right now than they are from what happened in the last game, but it's still not good, you know. They still got 6 grubs, which is going to make Jax's split pushing adventures way better for him. They lost the second Drake as well, so they're losing like unilaterally when it comes to neutrals. And it looks like Nico's looking to set up some kind of dive here on the Garen. Doesn't land the CC, flash ultimate, not gonna be enough, but the ignite, no. How much does he live on? That has got to be under 100 HP. And now Synthet might get greedy. Ultimate comes out of Bomba. Is he gonna go down? Not enough damage, unfortunately. Ignite is burnt though on both sides, so the top lane Ignite and the support Ignite are both gone for the foreseeable. And we can see the Jinx is looking to get feisty with this Jhin right now, looking to get some extended trade going. And it's just combat everywhere. What the hell? Waterboy caught out here, 3 members gonna get him easily. Nevros is going to steal away that kill, put himself to 4-2-1 now that he's got the Triforce. And yeah, goddamn, this game is just pure bloodshed. And Pizzazz is caught between 3 people. Very smart flash there, but it doesn't mean anything. He still gets smoked. Got hit by the zap. And now we watch Danny potentially die solo here in the mid lane again. And he's 1-4 right now. He does have his Rod of Ages, but it just doesn't matter. He's just losing these flat out, 1v1s. And we've seen it happen like 3 times now. One time it was a 1-for-1, but every other time it seems to just go in the way of Fentonjoyer. And it looks like Southton's here to keep Fentonjoyer alive. Nevros has to burn the Cyclone. Scat of the Week is going to lock him down. And another case of over-aggression here from that Wukong. He just loves getting up in there, but this game right now, this is not the type of game to do that, Patience is a virtue, and he's struggling without it right now. We got a 2k, nearly 3k gold lead right now for the side of GROMP support group. And again, lower than it was in the last game, but Synthet's gonna give him another 300 gold for free. He just loves handing out cash. Oh my god, trying to do this with the cough is not the best, but we move regardless. It doesn't matter though. Look, Bomba's gonna get caught again. He does drop the cage, but look at all the damage coming out. Ultimate's gonna come out of Fentonjoyer and he's gonna go straight down. Meanwhile, Nevros is trying to farm his own camps and he can't even do that. Enemy team are up in his guts. Etnav's on like 20 HP and then he gets smoked. Flash burn by the top laner, but it was all worth it to kill the Jinx. If you're that 4-1 Jax right now, you're kind of laughing to the bank. I would like to know how much gold he's currently sitting on, as we see a potential change into a chicken by the Nico. No, not today. Not today. He's going to walk away from that. Pizzazz is maybe in a bad place. We do see the clone come out here by Nevros trying to catch him out. He does have the damage, I'm not going to lie. But look at the burst there from the Jhin. Jhin is 0-3 right now. He's not got a particularly impressive score. This may be the worst performance from Pizzazz we've seen. But he still has the damage though. He's still strong. Doesn't matter that he's 0-3-7 right now. He's got a 30 CS lead, he's got the Collector, and he hurts. Meanwhile, we have a fight going on in the mid lane here. Southend looks like he's caught. Big Divine Justice gonna come out. A big boom for Jax right there, caught in a compromising position. Meanwhile, we got the flash out here by Bomba. Lands the knock up on 2. Ignite's gonna come out onto Pasta, and he's gonna get the kill. And Bomba does die. He gets a shutdown there on the Wukong. But I think the confidence there in that play, 5, 2, and 3 on the Nico right now. You take that, right? You know, they've got a 7k gold lead. The last time we spoke about the gold, which was, I think, about 5 minutes ago, it was only about 2k. So, you know, in large part due to that aggression. And we see here Waterboy tries to base on a ward, gonna get himself caught out. Danny just says, "No, I ain't playing games with you today. Just boom. Just send him to the base. Send him back." And yeah, man, this is an interesting one. We may see the third Drake here get nabbed up as our first dragon for the red side. But we also, in the meantime, have Nico, who is just looking to maybe sneaky deaky make something happen. The curtain call's gonna come down, but I genuinely don't think it's gonna make a difference here. This has gotta be a free. Oh. Okay, Braum ends up picking that up. Seems as a poor smite. But do you know what? No harm, no foul. They took it. It's still a 7 Skitsos objective. Which those are far and few between in this series. So, you know, take it where you can get it. It doesn't matter if it got picked up by Pink Prawn. We take everything we can get, right? Meanwhile, we see the GROMP support group, again on this kind of objective domination situation, are gonna handily and freely take the Rift Herald. Meanwhile, Synthet unfortunately burns his ult a little bit too much. A little bit of a pre-cum ultimate right there. Not quite gonna do what it needs to on Fentonjoyer, who has his Seraphs in place. So, you know, that sucks. Caught with your pants down a little bit, but yeah. 6k gold now in the lead for GROMP support group at 19 minutes. I do believe the gold lead was still bigger in game 1, but that doesn't mean that it's a good thing. We can see also the Herald that has been picked up by the GROMP support group this time, as opposed to 7 Skitsos. It's going to allow them to pick up that second Tiara in the mid lane. Tier 2 mid, crash it into tier 3. Now that's at half HP, and you got a hell of a lot of grubbies. But they got 6 grubs to their name, right? Big fight here, maybe. Bomba's gonna have to flash out. Looks like Waterboy is gonna get abandoned by his team, but understandably so. I think that was probably an unwinnable fight if you were GROMP support group, right? You know, they didn't have the Syndra. Syndra was in no man's land. They can take this fight though on their terms, as we see Flash Counter-Strike coming in. Southland's gonna get decent damage here. He's hitting a clone though. They do still get 2 kills here, make that 3 kills. Ednav's just trying to make something happen, but he's ignoring the enemy team while he's trying to focus on getting the Jack. And that's the free double kill right there. Sitting here saying that Pizzazz's performance was maybe the worst he's had in the entire tournament, but he's back to neutral right now. He's 3-3-9 with a 30 CS lead. So make that one make sense, man. This is a rough game. You know, it's now nearly 10k. We're at what, 9 and a bit, 9 and a chunk of change, k gold difference, and it looks like Synthet's about to walk into his own death here. He walks into a root, rooted again. Waterboy comes in. Ultimate achieves nothing, unfortunately. Pizzazz is on a rampage. God damn. If you're the Skitsos right now, what do you think you need to do to be able to survive this, to be able to weather this storm? Because you do have a stronger late game comp. Wukong will be stronger than the Pantheon in the late game. Garen and Jax, that's kind of an equal footing situation. Like they both do well with items. I would argue Jax is stronger, but they're both not a bad thing to have in the late game. Veigar, Syndra, same thing. They both scale. They both become one-shot bots in the mid to late game. We can see this really peculiar fight going on in the mid lane that is going to amount to nothing for both sides. Cyclone was burnt, Flash was burnt on Nevros. South in Burnt Flash, but not much else. His ultimate's coming up pretty soon. So, you know, I think it's still net positive for the Gromps. You know? Big ultimate here comes out from Bomba, gonna land it on 2. We see the cleanse come out here by Etnabs, and now the free rain hits begin. Ultimate, sorry, from Etnabs is gonna get Bomba, and Pizzazz is caught out here too. Unfortunately, without the Xayah ultimate, life is real hard for him. If he's over aggressive, he finds himself a little too far forward. He doesn't have that ability to become untargetable anymore. And so we have seen here for the 4th time in this game, he has died. Not every death has been him out of position, but at least 1 or 2 have. And, you know, that's real rough. We're letting them rebuild this gold here, and we can see that it's still 7k, even though there were kills picked up by GROMP support group. It's a difficult situation. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think we can see Danny is caught out here. It's going to be real rough for him too. It just is what it is here, I think. Nevros is going to try and make something happen, but he can't, and so he's going to just have to abandon ship. And now it's Pastoral stuck in between 2 people. South and 2 does big damage, but now at least the Jinx is here. We might be able to pick up something. Super Mega Death Rocket's going to pick up on Waterboy, kill him. We get, what was that? I think a 2-for-1 in that exchange there. So not terrible for the side of the SKITZOS. No, apologies. It was actually a 2-for-2. So when it's an equal trade, but then your top laner dies on his own for no reason, and then your AD carry dies for no reason, getting completely caught out by the Nico is, okay, never mind. You know, it seemed like a good idea, but now it's kind of an unofficial ace. I think because Nevros is alive, so it's not quite an unofficial ace, but we have some kind of kerfuffle going on here. Could be Soul Point if the GROMP support group can get it. But that's if they can get it. I don't know if they can. Nevros is here with the smite. Obviously, Waterboy isn't here, so he can't really help. I don't know, man.
And as Dax tried, we have seen Garen and Jinx going off the Syndra. Q comes out, E, Wukong's here as well. Miss of the Jinx ult. Syndra kills the Garen, but Wukong gets it. That, I don't know if that's a good trade. You've lost an ult, you've lost a champ down for quite a while. That wasn't a good trade. We haven't been able to get any replays because there's just so much action going on. There's pretty much a kill per minute. And yeah, it's a better game than before. I think the Brum is pushing out. Oh, they secure the vision, and Jinxes get bounty. That's good. That leaves 6k gold leads to GROMP support group. But yeah, it's a closer game than the first game, but there's still issues. We're still seeing similar issues from before. So Synthet isn't doing as much as I believe he needs to do. We're seeing bot lane for 7 SKITZOS. They are still creating damage, but it's again the mid lane that is failing. With the Veigar just isn't getting the damage output out, always getting jumped on. It's getting outplayed, as we're seeing 1v1 of the sports, and it's just Spinneroo Beyblade's outfit done. Nothing to see here. Yeah, this is you're going to be hearing my voice now for quite a bit. The remaining people that are here. I'm seeing all are going to gank onto the Jax. E comes out. It's 3 of them. He's going the other way. He's going to take them for a ride. And this Jax is. Q. Jump onto the ward. Counter strike. We've got Smite. Yeah, this Jax is done. So, however, they have wasted time to allow GROMP support to take the Baron, so that Jax play was perfect. Because now they've secured Baron, and they'll be storming through the mid lane. See, right now for me, the 7 SKITZOS should be pushing out that lane. Pushing out their side lanes. So that you delay GROMP support from pushing in the sides. Because right now you can see top and bot are quite heavily pushed towards them. And oh, Wukong goes in. I cannot see shit. I'm just not going to talk. I'm going to talk after.
Alright, sweet.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
Return of the Jag. What I miss?
Oh, you missed a lot.
Let me know.
Alright.
Oh shit, my bad.
You missed a distraction missed a distraction by the Jax in the top for GROMP support to secure the Baron. However, they just lost their mid lane turret and 3 of the champs. Pantheon.
So it's just the Nico has the Baron now.
Nico, yes, yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, just the Nico. Goddamn. All right. So an interesting choice there, because I mean, when I last saw before I mysteriously disappeared, ignore that. You know, things were looking pretty handy for the GROMP support group. I would not have saw that they would lose a 5v5 like that, but clearly, as we can see with the 3 items here, the 3 item spike on Wukong, that Black Cleaver allows him to do a lot of damage to everyone. Before having the Black Cleaver, he would only really be doing a lot of damage to the weaker champions. So, you know, like Nico, like the Jhin, like the Syndra, the people who don't build resistances. But now, anybody who has any armor, he's going to shred through that. And so he's going to be able to beat the beefier guys like Pantheon and like Jax. Although I will say that the level 17 on the Jax is real threatening as we move towards this soul point for either side. Scat of the week with the Danny's going to lock him up. Cyclone comes out. We can see Pent and Joya's going to go down. Massive fight here. Massive ultimate by Bomba. Going to lock up 4 as the curtain call comes down. Synthet's going to die. 4 shots going to come out. It doesn't get anybody, but it's still looking rough if you are the 7 SKITZOS. 7 SKITZOS, they got 49 team members. Not one of them going to carry this game right now. It's looking rough. Nevros is going to get locked up. It's a formality. He has to go down here. That's going to be an ace. And now we see TP's going into the mid lane. Jax is thinking to maybe end this. He doesn't quite have a wave yet, but it's going to come soon. He's got, let's see, he's got 20 seconds on Synthet and he's got 19 seconds on Danny. I don't think he can get more than just taking the inhib right now. But he will take those happily and clear that wave while he's at it, you know. We got 226 on the CS numbers right now. A little under 30 CS lead for him. And now we can see TP's coming out by Fent and Joya too. They're going to try and take a 3rd inhib here. But now, at least the SKITZOS are alive to help defend it. They couldn't save it, but they stopped him from taking any more. And now, for the next like 4 to 5 minutes, we have double super minions coming in every single lane. So let's take that from a positive and a negative perspective. So from a negative perspective, have fun trying to do anything on the map, right? When that next Drake spawns in 3.5 minutes, you're going to have minions in your base because that's just how it works when there's double super minions. Like, every lane is going to push, and it doesn't just push, it pushes aggressively. Like, you can't, you know, it's hard for even champions, like, to be able to prevent it from coming into your base. But never mind, because we have a fight here. Curtain Call going to come out, tries to finish off Synthet, but it's not enough. Salson 2 is going to make short work of him, though. Winter's Bite comes out by Pasta onto Bomba, but it isn't going to do much here. Looks like the rest of the team are going to be able to get out. Big cage here. Going to lock up Salson, but nothing is made of it. And Etnams might be dead here. He just stood a little too close. Scat of the week. And it's just that. It's it. That's it. I think this might be game here. Honestly, I think Salson 2 plus the minion wave. Big ultimate again onto 1 by Bomba there. It's the Hex Tech plus the ult is just a really strong combo, and we see a double kill here for Pizzazz. Ace here, Fenton Joyer, he's enjoying this 2-0. We're gonna see the GROMP support group move on into the next round of the losers bracket.